but I performed at World Stage. It had to be after Ronnie, and this poem called "Money." Money for that's the money that they. And I was sitting there reading this poem, crying because I didn't have any money. It was serious to me. Why is money doing this to me? And the audience was cracking up. They were just laughing, having. I was like, "What's going on? Am I? Y'all hear what I'm saying? I don't have any money. You know what I'm saying? What is going on with you?" And after I got done reading that poem, and stand up, they oh. After I got done reading that poem, I went home and really contemplated, like, wait a minute. I have this gift of writing funny stuff with serious undertones. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be real funny, but if you really look at it, it has serious undertones. And I didn't know I had that gift. I thought I was just, again writing, but I found out that day. That's when I really found out. To go, okay, I can. So whatever I write, and I still to this day I write poems, and I'm still thinking serious. I still think they're serious. The crowd will be cracking up and like, okay, I know. I'm not surprised now. I'm not. Oh, okay, it's funny. Okay, cool.
Introducing the Poet Life Podcast. Go check it out today on your favorite platforms, including iTunes, Apple Music, and the website, thepoetlife.com.
Hey, it's Christoph Jenkins, founder and creator of The Poet Life, and obviously the host of the Poet Life Podcast. And I don't think you all understand this moment here, what this is for me. I've been writing poetry since the first grade. I've said this several times, but I really got heavy into poetry when I saw Def Poetry Jam, and to have one of the originals on the show tonight is just, matter of fact, you might be the first and only Def Poetry Jam poet that I've had on this podcast, and this is season 6.
Wow, nope, man. Not only the original. Oh, golly,
man. Wow, I'm extra excited now. I just realized that. So, listen, if you all don't know, if you all are not watching it on YouTube and you're listening to it, this is Poetri Smith, man. The Poetry, the poet. And what year were you on? Do you remember?
Well, I was on every season.
Every season.
Yeah. Every season. So.
All right, man. All right, well, we're going to get to that. Talk to me, man. How's things going?
Man, it's going excellent. Yeah, man, I can't complain, man. I cannot complain. My life is great.
That's beautiful, bro. That's beautiful. So let me ask you.
First of all, I see you a girl dad, so you know.
I had to rock it.
Girl dad, we got to stick together because I'm a girl dad too.
How many you got?
2.
I got 3.
Woo-wee. How old?
I have a 5, a 7, and 8.
Woo!
So I'm new in the game.
You got some years to be like going, what's going on?
Right.
Mine's 14 and 17.
Okay. So you twice me right now.
Yeah.
Okay. And listen, if you're super proud, man, you should go to IHave3daughters.com and copy you a shirt that says "Girl Dad."
Okay, that's your thing?
So that's my family business.
Okay.
I have 3 daughters. Yeah, man. And so my oldest, when she was 6, she wrote her first children's book. Oh. Yeah, we're not playing over here, bro.
Man, goodness gracious.
Yes, sir. So around the time, right in the middle of the pandemic, we said let's get productive.
Yeah, let's just do something. Yeah.
We in the house. Let's get focused and let's take these 3 blank canvases and create greatness.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, that's good to hear. Wow.
Yeah, man.
So where can we get the book?
So, on the website, IHave3daughters.com or Amazon. The name of the book is called Inside Butterflies.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So I'll send you a link. I got you.
Yeah. Good.
I'll send you the link, man. Yeah, no, I'm loving. I thought that I would have a son. I already knew it was going to be Christoph II.
Right.
And all that. but my middle child, we went ahead and gave her the middle name Christina.
Okay.
So Riley Christina is her government, and but yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. It's been interesting to be raised with brothers, right? Three boys, right? Cousins, three boys, just boys all around. And to see the evolution of a woman from scratch is
you ain't seen it all yet. You just wait, because the proms and the homecomings and the high school, it's so you're the only guy in the house?
I am the only guy in the house.
Come on, brother. We got to stick together, man. We got to stick together.
I'm talking to my wife. I'm like, can we get a cat? Can we get a dog? Can we get something?
I got 2 girls. I got my wife. I got 2 dogs that are females. 2 dogs. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Can I get some male energy?
You got 5 women in your house,
5
man.
women in my house.
Yeah. Now it's beautiful, but I keep getting told that when we get older, we're going to be taken care of.
Oh yeah. Let's hope so.
They said the sons, they're just going,
Yeah. Sons be like whatever, but
like, Dad, you good? You be all right. So when did you start writing poetry, man?
Oh man, when I was back in Muskegon, Michigan, when I was about 11, I started writing. I used to get in trouble a lot, not major, but just parents always tell me what to do and all that stuff. And my punishment was go to my room, and you can't play with toys, you can't watch television, you just gotta be in your room. So it turned out to be a great punishment because all I did every time I got in trouble would go in my room and read and write. So this is just a habit, just to write and to read, because there's nothing else I could do. I couldn't play with toys, I couldn't do nothing. So that was great. So every time I got that, I just developed my craft there. You know what I'm saying, from doing that.
Right. So that was like a blessing in disguise.
Blessing in disguise. They didn't even know what they were doing.
Right. Were you shy at all? Were you an introvert at all? Or was it that was the situation?
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't shy at all. That was the situation. I'd get in trouble, go to my room, and like, man, what can I do? So after the first couple of times, I already knew okay, I'm gonna go read this book, or I'm gonna write this poem. I can't stand my parent. Whatever it was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then it just kept going.
Wow. Okay. So you started honing. So around what age?
11.
Around 11.
Yeah.
So somewhat preteen time.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay. So that's like literally right before teenage years. All right. So what did you start to do with it though?
Oh no, man! I didn't start doing nothing with it till about 20. Let's see, 25, 26, maybe. Because in Muskegon, Michigan, I didn't do anything with it, and I went to high school. Went to I was at home. I was writing, but Muskegon didn't have the outlet for poetry or anything like that, and I wasn't even thinking it was out. I wasn't even thinking that it could be something to do. It's just something that I did. So when I got to LA, matter of fact, in Chicago, when I went to Chicago, I didn't do anything. And then I went to college, man. But I'm still writing the whole time, still writing, but never really went out and did anything with it. Then finally, when I moved to LA, I ran into this young lady named Ronnie's Backstreet Poetry. And I'm on the bus, and she's a hustler. So she's like, yo, come to my poetry. I said, whoa, man. So what is the poetry? People read their poems. Like, so if I have poems at home, I can read them in front of y'all. Yeah. I said, okay. Went home, wrote another poem real quick that day. Went to the thing, and that was the start. It was over because the response I got the bug. The response I got was immensely.
It's time to create an unforgettable experience at your next event with the Poet Life by booking a keynote poet. Poets excite your audience with motivating messages, charismatic delivery, colorful rhythm, powerful prose, and heart-filled stories with a style of spoken word that's tailored specifically to your event. The Poet Life has keynote poets in your city of all ages and backgrounds.
Visit thepoetlife.com to learn more and book your poet today.
So you've had 15 years of writing, of poetry.
Well, I take that back. I shouldn't have said that because I rapped. I rapped
Okay.
when I was yes. I was thinking poetry, but I rap, which poetry is rapping, really.
Sure.
I rapped when I was in high school, called MC Star. First of all, called MC Star, and then I changed my name to MC Poetry
Nice.
because
Okay.
because poetry, poetry means Devin. My real name is Devin.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't know it either. I looked in the name book. I was calling myself poetry just because I wrote poetry and it was rap. But then I looked in the name book about when I was like 30, when I was like 30 years old, something like that. Looked in the name book and it said Devin means poetry. I was like, what the? So that's
What?
that's the man up there. You know how he names his people. That's him right there. Because I was already well into what I was doing, 30, something like that. Looked it up, and poetry means Devin. Devin means poetry, and that's what I read. Yeah.
Whoa, I didn't know that. So Devin Smith.
Yep. Means poetry.
So why the I in poetry?
Because I didn't want to be Y because that's just the regular thing. Anything I do is a little different, a little off. And Ronnie's Backstreet Poetry was Ronnie's Backstreet Poetry with the I. And I said, let me see if I can go on steal this from her real quick. And then that's it. Comes
Whoa.
up. Right.
How is she doing? She still with us?
Yeah. She's man, still with us and still hustling and grinding.
Really?
Yeah. She's about 60, 65, something like that. She's up there, but she still doing it.
Really?
Yeah. She got all of us. She got all of us on board. Me, Shehan, all of us on board. It wasn't for her. Omari, all this stuff. Omari Hardwick.
What?
Yeah. We were all running around together. So
I need you to make that connection, bro. I gotta have that conversation
with Ronnie.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And because I love that. I love the history and the backstory behind greats.
Yeah.
And like we're getting a history lesson right now. I didn't know your real name.
Well, I said that like you knew it too. I said, Devin, but yeah, definitely. Devin's my real name.
Wow, that's amazing. But also the history behind your name, Poetry, with the I, with the name of her event.
Yeah.
And that's amazing, bro. So how was the rap scene and how far did you go with rap?
I was terrible. We had a little concept. My boy that we were called Too Ruthless. Too Ruthless. And he always rapped, well, he cussed and everything. And I didn't cuss in my rap. So it was a great dynamic to have. He and I'd be like, whatever, not cussing. But I wasn't good also, and he was good. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple rhymes, but nothing to break a stick at. So I had to quit, give it up on that one. Wasn't good on the rap.
Okay. Was that because you got into it because that was the thing where everybody was rapping? That was the 80s?
Yeah, 80s. Yeah. Everybody, that's the thing. I was like, this new thing, let's go.
Right.
I can do that.
Yeah, because you were already writing.
Well, yeah, I was already writing my stuff. So
yeah. Okay. So wow, you said around the mid-20s did you really get into the poetry though?
Yeah. About mid-20, maybe 27, 28 when I really got into.
So what was the transition like? You was like, you know what, this rap ain't working. Maybe I should go back to poetry, or
I stopped rapping about 6-7 years before that. You know what I'm saying? So I was done. I was done with that. But literally, it's Ronnie. If she would have saw me on the bus and come up to me and give me a flyer, I still may not be doing poetry.
Wow.
Yeah, because she's just handing everybody on the bus thing, and I looked at what is this poetry? Yeah, I didn't even know what this is.
Did you know her then?
No, I didn't know it at all. Didn't know it at all.
That's real. She was hustling for real, bro.
Oh, she was hustling. She took us to her spot, but then we every month we did the Comedy Store out here in LA, up in there, and we did this restaurant called Juke Joint. We were just all just new to this and just surprised and loving it. And every show was packed. People coming through. Yeah, it was up the.
So did you meet Shihan there and Omari there?
Yeah, Shihan. Yeah, you gotta his story. Shihan's story. Have you met Shihan?
Yeah, I've met him when I was in LA. He came to support one of the events that I put on for one of our clients. It was a youth poetry event where we were focusing on tobacco control.
Okay.
And he came to support. He was sitting in the back, man. And but actually, we'll be recording our episode in about a week or two. So yeah, he'll be on soon. Yeah.
Shoot, I should let him tell you. But I'll give you the little thing. But because he tells a story, the dude is a master at telling stories.
Yes.
I mean, a master. I mean, he's just that's my best friend, and he is just a master at telling stories. I tell him he should do comedy because he's just so good at it. So, but anyway, because he talks about, I had 4 braids hanging from the top of my head. I was bald and had 4 braids with beads on them. So I was looking smooth. That's everything I do is got to be different. Got to be a little different. So he was at. So Roddy had run into him somewhere to give him the flyer, and he came, and he kept coming. He came in the first night at Juke Joint, and it was packed. So I read my poem, and then Buster he read his poem, and then we just literally connect like, oh, let's what's up, man? Let's look up, and then the rest is history. And we went on, started the Poetri Lounge and all that stuff. So.
Whoa, man, this is nostalgic, man. Like, and historic, to be honest with you. Yeah. So this is good stuff, man. So okay, all right. So now you're on the scene around 25, 26, roughly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're getting real consistent with it, or you're kind of getting your feet wet. When do you start to get like, this is it? Let me start taking it serious.
Oh, never. I never got that. I'm still not at that point. I should have been more serious a long time ago. But as far as consistency, though, I was doing it when after hooking up with Ronnie, we were doing it every week, every day.
Oh, it was weekly.
Yeah, it was weekly. Oh, yeah, weekly.
Oh, she was hustling for real.
She was 2 or 3 venues a week. So that's what I'm saying. She was doing it. So but I wasn't, because you got to think about it. That poetry didn't come about. So nobody was really doing poetry like, I'm gonna make $1 million doing this, but right. I was strictly doing it because it was fun. I love to get up on stage, read my poetry, have people laugh, and all that good stuff, and get the messages, all that stuff, and that was it. That was it. Then I go back home and do my job, work at Feet First, DJ, and all that stuff. Because making money doing poetry wasn't even about vocabulary. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, because there was no stand-ups and no stand-up poetry. People doing nothing like that. So,
really?
Yeah, we were way before that.
Okay. All right. So you got her event that's weekly, and you said multiple events.
Yeah.
And like it was just like making you feel good.
Yeah. Feel good. Something to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got poetry.
Were you writing even more, and like did your writing start to develop?
Yeah, definitely writing more. Definitely writing more. Because every week I wanted to come up with a new spot. I mean, a new joint. You know what I'm saying? So like, come up with, but it wasn't. But I'm saying that, but it's not really work. Like, I got to come up with a new joint. I got to write it. writing has always been just something that I did. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
I feel like writing a poem today. You know, not necessarily for writing for this or for that. It's just I felt like writing a poem, so I'm gonna write a poem. I'll use this poem to read next week. You know,
Gotcha.
so
I got you. So when you were writing, did you write like written poetry or did you write spoken word poetry or did you write both?
I wrote written poetry. I didn't even know that that I wrote funny stuff until I performed at this place, um, World Stage. World Stage. Was that before Ronnie? I don't know if that was before Ronnie, but I performed at World Stage. It had to be after Ronnie. And this poem called Money. Money for that, the money that they. And I was sitting there reading this poem, crying because I didn't have any money. It was serious to me. Why is money doing this to me? And the audience was cracking up. They were just laughing, having I was like, what's going on? Y'all hearing what I'm saying? I don't have any money. You know what I'm saying? What is going on with you? And after I got done reading that poem and standing up there, oh! After I got done reading that poem, I went home and really contemplated, like, wait a minute. I have this gift of writing funny stuff with serious undertones. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be real funny, but if you really look at it, it has serious undertones. And I didn't know I had that gift. I thought I was just, again writing, but I found out that day. That's when I really found out. To go, okay, so whatever I write, and I still to this day I write poems, and I'm still thinking serious. I still think they're serious. The crowd will be cracking up, and I go, okay, I know. I'm not surprised now. I'm not. Oh, okay, it's funny. Okay, cool. When I started, but
So all right, okay. All right, so this timeline is amazing to me. To be honest with you, this is dope. So I don't want to go there yet.
Don't go there. Don't go there yet. Don't go
Right,
there yet.
right. Because I'm just so intrigued because the money piece that kind of showed you that you had some sense of humor in your writing.
Right.
But you thought it was more serious because to you it was serious.
To me,
But to the audience, it was like,
yeah.
I think mainly because they could relate.
That's it.
Right?
Everybody can relate to what I'm saying.
Relate, and they would rather laugh than cry. The fact that they don't have no money either.
Right. That's it.
That's it. All right. So did you kind of stay in that vein of, humor but strong message as well?
Yes, I stayed in that vein because that's just how is a natural way I write. That's just the way I write. So it wasn't planned. I'm gonna stay in this vein now. It's just I'm still gonna
That's
just
just
keep
how
on
I
writing.
write.
Yeah, and then every poem it just happened to be like that. You know what I'm saying? It just happened to be.
Yeah. Did this give you some type of notoriety, celebrity at all? Just props or clout or?
I don't know because again, this was early on in the poetry community, so I don't know if it I don't know if people knew it. I don't know. But in LA too, probably not. You know what I'm saying? Except the people that were at these poetry figures. Yeah, it definitely gave me, oh, he's reading again. Oh yeah. But when I stepped outside the poetry and somebody punched me in the face or something. Oh man.
So did you all, what was the weekly events, were they like competitive, like positively competitive? You see Shihan doing his thing and you were like, yo, I need to get my pen up, or?
Man, most def. That's how we start. Well, I don't know if you want to go to the poetry nouns, but we head to the poetry nouns. But yeah, because we would read at the comedy store and it was all of us, not a friendly competition. It was like, oh, okay, okay, you did that. Okay, let me go and do the thing. But yeah, definitely. It kept me and Shihan definitely tight. Me, Shihan, Jamel, Dante, Amari, all of us tight because we were trying to make sure that our stuff was tight.
Got you.
We couldn't go up there whack.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Did this lend itself to any other opportunities? You know what I mean? Like, or is it no,
No,
not
not yet, not
okay.
yet, not yet,
Gotcha.
not yet.
And you weren't even thinking like that because you didn't see anything.
That's it. I didn't have a barometer to look like. Oh, you know, I didn't have a barometer to say, "Oh, we're doing this. Okay, we're doing good." So
Right.
let's, there wasn't nothing happened until we started the poetry lounge.
Okay. All right. So with that, you're a founder of the Poetry Lounge.
Right.
You, Shihan, who?
Dante and Jamel.
Okay.
You
All
know,
right. So
Dante is Dante. Dante played in Hook.
yes,
Yeah, okay.
got you.
Yeah.
So why? Why create? Why found the Poetry Lounge? Like, what did you all say? You know what? We're getting good at this. We like how she's doing this. We should do our own.
Yeah. It's never we're getting good at this because we didn't. Again, we didn't know what good was. You know what I'm saying? But people just doing their thing and people laughing. But outside of that, we didn't know what good was. But it's an evolution of just what we wanted to be. We were getting older, and we're like, hey, let's start a thing. And actually, what I didn't even I had got pulled in because Dante was doing the poetry, was doing Dante's poetry lounge in his house, and it started to get a little bit too big out of his house. He's like, this is crazy. People are coming all over. It's too much. Let's do it over. And then he called me and said, yo, we want to start a poetry thing, to extend Dante's poetry lounge. You want to be a part of it? I got my DJ Jamel. Shihan was living with me. Shihan was living with Dante at the time. You want to be a part of it? I was like, I was had to think about because again, making money, wasn't a thing. I was like, I don't know if I want to put in effort. And then, okay, all right, do it. Then we did it, and it was it. I mean, literally from the first night, it blew up. So that's
Rare.
yeah, just blew out more than we could even imagine.
And you all did yours weekly?
Every Tuesday. Didn't pass out flyers. Nothing for like 10, 15 years. We didn't pass out flyers, and people was just coming to this joint. We were just right on time with the cusp of what poetry was doing.
So did it interfere with Roddy?
No, because that's why we did it on Tuesday, and she did hers on Monday, I think. Monday thing. So we go on Monday, we go on Tuesday, then we just do it. But then eventually, we kind of grew apart a little bit because we were doing our thing, and she had stopped doing hers and all the stuff.
She was good. She didn't have no issues.
I mean, I think that she had to have some issues because she was like, "Yo, what's going not at us, but like, what's going on with poetry? The art of poetry is taking off with these guys, and I've been doing it for 5-6 years, and I was doing good, but not to the level of what the poetry lounge does." And that's with everybody, like even me with J Ivy. J Ivy is, I mean, that's my boy. That's my, so that's my dog. I'm just like, dang, he is taking what we took to another level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's just doing everything. I'm like, this guy is everywhere. He's, but that form of whatever it is. You know what I mean?
I got it. I got you. Okay. So how much work does it take to run a weekly event? Because a monthly event is hard. So weekly, that's a lot of commitment.
Yeah. The thing is, we have 4 of us. And since the people and everybody came so easily, we didn't have the business sense. So we were just we had to hustle trying to get, come on, you want to come on, come on. None of that. There's no work on that. All we had to do is have the venue, be at the venue at the time it's supposed to do, and people are gonna come. So that's how it happened. There was no work at all.
Yeah.
Except me saying, what are you gonna do? I'm going to Poetri. And I was like, this is my spot. Oh, okay. Occasionally word of mouth for me. I don't know about Shion and all the other guys, but the first 10 years it was no work. Just people coming.
Because majority of the work is the promotion, is what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. Because
Right.
I had another venue. I started about 12 years after Poetri. I was started. It's called Spoken Funk, and that's we'll get to that. But it's called Spoken Funk, and that is work like a mug because I'm trying to get it's comedy and poetry. So trying to get these people coming to this stuff, you're like, God, I'm the host of Poetri Lounge, so you know that it's gonna be hot. Come on over, But man,
Yeah.
I don't know how we got people coming to Poetri Lounge. I don't know because it's amazing. Because they come to Spoken Funk, we have to. Yeah, I'm coming. They got to tell you 20 times.
Right. Yeah. So, okay, got you. So who are the names that were coming through the Poetri Lounge? Like the names that we know now.
Oh well, Amari was with us. Amari Hardwick was with us. But the people that came and watched, like, because Sekou and all them, they were all with us. Sekou, InQ, all those poets, so they're with us. But the people that came through, Angela Bassett, Prince, Janet Jackson. Listen, I'm gonna forget people because there's all these little people that are on television now. Still, they're on television, but they're not Angela. But they got their own show. They got their own Disney show. They got. I mean, everybody came to the lounge that was somebody because it was the place to be. It was the place to be. Stevie Wonder, Russell Simmons, Stan Lathan. It was crazy.
Do you think that's where Russell Simmons got the idea?
Oh, what? He came to our spot before he was even doing of course, before he was doing Deaf Poetry, and Stan Lathan, and they came and asked us. They said, "We're thinking about doing a poetry." After seeing us, we're thinking about doing a poetry show, and because of the fact that they got the idea from us, that's why we're on every season. Shia was on every season. I was on every season. Dante was on 2 or 3 seasons. Just didn't want to do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? But with the DJ, because nobody was doing the DJ and with the poetry, and we got that from Ronnie, because of course we got that from Ronnie. Ronnie had the DJ and the poetry. So yeah, it's well known, well documented that they did the poetry, Deaf Poetry because of Poetri Lounge. Now he might say, if you ask him, he might say because of Poetri Lounge and New Eurekan, a lot of stuff. But
in New York.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Man, my mind is quite blown right now, man. I didn't know I was gonna get all this. I'm loving it. I am loving it, man. Okay, man. I didn't know that you were getting like names coming through, like it's Apollo.
Man, I'm not even naming. What's up? JP, the singer. He's a good. I mean, I'm not even naming it. I can't even remember. JP Sachs. I can't even remember all the people that.
Okay.
It was known to come.
So now is this showing you all the possibilities of poetry now, or y'all are still?
Man, I mean, I can't speak for Shihan and all them, but I know I was just. I mean, until Deaf Poetry,
You're having a good time.
Yeah, I just have. But the lounge went like 10 years before Deaf Poetry or something like that. I was just having a good time, hosting and doing my poems. That's it. I wasn't no way because for the first 10, 11 years, Poetri Lounge was free. Everybody get it free. Yeah. And you know that we weren't thinking about that because it was free. I mean, I literally sat down with Shion and Jamel and Dante. And I was like, yo, we got to charge, y'all. We got to charge.
Right.
$3, $1. They're like, nah, man, Poetri, come on, man. It's not. I'm like, they didn't want to charge. Now I charge $10, but yeah.
Got you. Oh, yeah. I completely understand that, man, because the demand is there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. These poets are getting demanded, and we called somebody the other day to do our show, and she's like, she do spoken funk from the lounge. I said, I saw her there. I was like, oh, she's good. She's gonna do our show. And she comes up, and we said, we'll pay you $200. And she's like, I don't do anything less than 300. and I'm laughing because I'm like, girl, come on. You know what I'm saying? But she got to make money. She's right. She's right. She said, I don't do nothing. 350. I don't do nothing for less than 350. I'm like, oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Hey,
Gotcha. Yeah. I teach artists, I teach poets how to create a career with their art.
Ooh.
And that's a not a technique, but that's a fashion that when you get to when you feel you've gotten to a certain level, you have to be okay with saying no to certain,
right.
So like you said, I get it, but at the same time, you're like, come on.
Can you do me a solid for $200?
Yeah,
but definitely, because we know for years upon years, people did not and still don't, to an extent, respect poetry. They're like, come on, like they'll be doing a big giant show with a big budget, and we're like, okay, yeah, well, $2,000, Tony Award winner, blah blah blah. Yeah, we just what if you come into your poem for free? What? For free? Come on now. You and that's the way you say. You got to learn to say no. I said no many times. So,
yeah. Now, I also say when you if and when you do the free, still leverage the opportunity to benefit you. Right. There's because there's other forms of compensation that can like really enhance your packaging by just using that event for, footage and content and testimonials.
But when you get to a certain age,
yes,
and status, I don't want.
Yes.
I'm not bragging on myself, status or nothing like that.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? That only, you know what I'm saying? That wouldn't.
Yeah, no. It's a different stage.
Down and do this show for free because I get some footage. You know that won't even benefit me.
So. Nope. Yeah. That technique is more so in the beginning stages.
Oh yes, definitely.
Not a poetry smith. No, for certain. No, indeed. No, we're not gonna do that.
No, we're not doing that.
But they still acting like that right now.
Oh my gosh! I get on my Facebook. I get every week. Say, hey, can you come down and perform at my such and such? And because my wife handles all the business, and I'll get my wife on the phone. How much? We want to just come do something for free if he just doesn't mind. They don't respect the art of poetry, but they'll turn around and we want the singer to come too. We'll pay you $500 for the singer for poetry. Can you come for what? The singer? Come on now.
Yeah, I think because I book poets and organizations reach out and ask for poets. I think we allot maybe 5 per year. Like I'll say 5 organizations that will donate our time and our efforts and things of that nature, right? But at the same time, I'll invoice them for the amount that we charge, but I'll discount it to 0 to where we donate literally the value of that's tax write-off.
Right. That's good.
Yeah. So but yeah, no, you when you come this way, you're gonna come out the pocket.
Yeah.
No, but I completely understand that, man. And so all right, so the Poetry Lounge is like booming.
Yeah.
And where do the opportunities start to come in? Like what's that starting to look like to where you're like, oh, whoa, some opportunities.
Well, there's a previous before the opportunities came in, there were a lot of opportunities that were left on the table because television shows and all this stuff came to the lounge. We still weren't thinking. We're like, whatever. So they either stopped, left off, or they come try to think of an idea. Well, how can we make this work? And they couldn't do it, and they left. But MTV, BET, all of them came to the show several times
to do a show on your for your show to be a show.
Yeah, or something. Be our show, get poets or something. But they never could come with the and like I said, it's our fault too, because we weren't even trying to help them out. Like, yo, let's do it. You know, it's just whatever. You know, we do the show, we do the show. Let's go. We're doing our poetry now. You know what I mean? So, but when it really started to come alive is when that poetry came. That poetry came, and people were like, hey, you know what I mean? This a poet on stage doing this. So that's when opportunities came and came knocking, and more television shows came and did all this stuff.
So television shows came through, reached out to y'all and said, hey, let's do something. And they didn't pan out, you know, just for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Never panned out. Within the first, about the first 10 years, it was nothing ever came out.
That is amazing. Y'all were crushing that event, man.
Yeah.
Was it taking up a lot of your time? No, I guess it wasn't, because you said you didn't really have to do too much promotion and hustling.
And nothing's taking up your time if you love doing it.
Right.
I mean, I'm not like, oh, we got to go. It may have been taking up some time, maybe, whatever it is.
Years.
Yeah, 10 years. I mean, we've gone 25 years. For the first 10 years, it's just chill.
So tell me about it now. Like, you all ran it for how long? 10 years?
No. Sheehan finally left last year. Maybe 2 years ago. Yeah.
Y'all been running it,
and it still goes on. We pass it down to the next generation. And they still, like, I'm going to feature there. I'm going to feature this Tuesday. Yeah, we just did the 25th anniversary about 3 months ago.
Okay.
my timing may be wrong, but it was definitely 25 years. It's definitely 25 years.
You all ran it for 25 years?
Sheehan, I stopped at about 17 years. Maybe how long did I run the lounge for? About 17, 16. Yeah.
Weekly?
Yeah, every Tuesday.
So was it always so when did it get like burdensome at all? Like, when did it get heavy?
Never. It never got I mean, the problems, whatever, but it never got ever.
So it's like live now. It's every Tuesdays.
Every Tuesday, they still rocking.
So the Poetry Lounge now is like what do you call it? A staple in the city. Like, you got to go there.
Oh yeah. People get out on Facebook, or if I'm out there, because I don't live in there. I live in Victorville now, about 2 hours out. But if I'm in LA, hey, you're the guy from the Poetry Lounge. Yeah, you're the host of. Oh my God, you're the host. They just. Matter of fact, I was so funny. I was just I was somewhere. Where was I? Whole Foods, and it wasn't even in LA. It was in Rancho Cucamonga or something like that. And I got out of my car. I had my name on my shirt. It had poetry. This is my sweater. Looking raggedy as I don't know what. Get out the car and they go, wait a minute. You host the Poetry Lounge. Can I take a picture of you? And you want that poetry? It's just LA is just. We did something special with this thing, and we didn't even know we didn't even know that.
That's how it is.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't know how special it was, but it's a special thing.
You all need to do a documentary.
We said that, yeah. We definitely do need to do about it.
No, like for real.
They filmed the one. I don't know if they're gonna put that out or something. We filmed the documentary about 3 or 4 years ago. I don't know whatever happened to that.
Were you all recording you all's events?
We didn't. I feel like I feel like saying how terrible we were with this. We didn't start filming the events until that's probably after I left. Probably about 20 years after I left.
Got you.
But you can tell Shion, I was on that one. I was like, yo, we should film this. We should charge money. The crew wasn't with me, so I was like, all right.
I got you. I got you. But that's just amazing, man. Because I know it was fun, but at the same time, that's I guess not. But that seems hard to me to stay consistent for 25 years, man. That's beautiful.
Yeah. But again, it was remember the consistent because people were always coming.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part. To put the show
That is
on is
the
easy.
hardest part.
Because after 25 years, people would fade out and not really go. But
Right. I've been there. I'm good. Yeah.
No. We get.
Wow.
It was not hard at all.
Got you. Okay. All right. So transitioning it, from your generation to the new generation, they got new ideas, and so it's continuing to flourish in a different way, or
it's definitely different. It's definitely different when I go down there now and see this. Like, well, it's online. You buy your tickets online. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what? You buy your tickets online? We $5. So, and I don't know how much. I think it's $15, $10, something like that. I don't know how much it costs. So, they got the money thing down, and it's just and it's different. As far as Jamel was a DJ at ours, and he's unbelievable to me. He's unbelievable. So they had another DJ, and the way they present the poetry the same way, but they have special nights like theme
nights.
Yeah, theme nights that we didn't do that much. So
okay,
and the good thing, the theme nights are good too. The good thing is we passed it down to a female, Jasmine. She's on top of it. She's on. So there are more women now that are performing than women.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Me being a man, I guess I don't understand why they just didn't come when they're doing it. But now women is hosting it, and they're onto it. So that's really good.
That's beautiful. That's awesome, bro.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
This is better.
Yeah. All right. So now the opportunities start to come when Def Poetry Jam came into play. And so how did that connection, how did that play out? Was there auditions or?
For Def Poetry?
Yeah.
Well, Shihan was a part of the picking solution. Was he? He was on the staff of being the picking who picked the poets, some of the poets. So that speaking of problems, that caused a lot of problems because then people thought like, you ain't because he knows we both know 100 million poets. So they're thinking, I can just go get my stuff and they'll do it. But you only can have a certain amount of poets on the show. You know what I'm saying? And some weren't even good that thought they were good. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. So that for him, not me, no problem. I seem like I skipped through the whole thing just free because a lot of people were hating on him, like, he's not gonna pick me. Oh, are you serious? So that was a big problem.
Oof. I can only imagine, bro.
Yeah. You talked about that probably.
They didn't call him a gatekeeper, did they?
I don't think so. But yeah, the audition process. Well, see, after the first season, I had to audition again. Well, I had to audition for the first season because he came and said we could be on it. We didn't know it was going to go 2 seasons, 3 seasons, 4 seasons, but I had to audition again. They just called me and said, "Yo, we're shooting again. Are you available?" Blah 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 blah. Me, Shihan, and Dante and Jamel didn't get a chance to get on there.
So now you're on TV. Okay. So how did that change your mind as far as the money and the business and the? Was that what turned it on for you?
It's so funny because you keep asking what turned it on, and I'm like, that didn't turn me on. That didn't really turn me on to doing it for money because it still was new. It still was new, so it wasn't really we go out searching for money because it wasn't until a year after that probably when we start going to schools, but maybe go to schools before that. But and I'm only talking for me. I'm only talking for me. Now, this is what my problem was. Other people, it may have started a long time ago, but for me, I was an actor as well. So,
Got you.
yeah. So my main thing was acting.
I see. I thought you were just working. I thought you was just working somewhere.
Oh yeah, no, I was an actor. I was an actor. Yeah.
Now, okay, I'm there with you. Go for it.
I'm an actor who loves poetry and just go do my poetry thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've been on. Sheesh. I mean, not big. No big roles.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but just little roles trying to get my grind in, and I think that's what it was that I was focusing on acting, and then when I went acting, boom,
I see.
do some poetry stuff and acting. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So how long have you been acting?
Oh man, jeez. Since I moved out to LA, I was
20s?
21. Yeah, 21, 22, like that.
And that was before the Poetry Line.
Yeah, for the poetry and all that stuff. I was
Wow.
doing Tyler Perry, all that stuff.
What?
Oh yeah, I was on Tyler Perry. What's that show? Oh, got it. You know, I had a stroke, so I can't remember. What's that
No,
show?
I didn't know that, bro.
Oh, dang. Oh, dang, I'm sorry. I'm acting like you know me. I had a stroke March 2018. I almost died.
Whoa.
The doctor said, you're not gonna make it, and all this stuff. And of course, they that the man upstairs said, "Oh no, he's still gonna kick it." So it came out. I
Wow.
couldn't. I had to learn how to walk again. Had to learn how to talk again. Had to learn how to do everything. So some of the things like my memory may not be
I got
may
you.
not be a point, but
Sure.
yeah.
Sure. Yeah, no,
House of Pain.
I had
That's
a
the show.
friend of mine who had a stroke at like 40 something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I completely understand that. All right. Okay.
How's he doing? Is he?
He recently passed.
Oh.
Yeah. He had to relearn how to talk and to walk. Like he had a stroke when he was driving.
So did I. I had a stroke when I was driving.
Wow.
Yeah. If my kids when they came with me and my wife, because we went to a poetry reading, we all drove with the poetry reading, and coming home had my stroke. And because normally, sometimes, most of the time, actually, they didn't go to the poetry reading. The
Right.
kids and the family, so it would have just been me, and it'd been over. But luckily, they came that day and saved my life.
They took you to the hospital, or
No,
they came.
because they couldn't
The
drive.
call.
Because they could. My wife is disabled, so
Right.
she was sitting in the passenger seat. My kids who can't drive at the time, well now the kids are now can't drive. We're in the back seat, and we're in a rental car. We're in a rental truck. So boom. So they called Jimmy. First they called my brother. What's going on? We don't know what's going on. He's having a stroke. Probably call the ambulance. They called the ambulance, and that's all I remember because I was literally from them called after they called Jimmy. I don't remember anything else because then I went out.
Wow. How's your wife now?
She's good. She's hanging in there.
That's awesome.
She gets up. She gets on my
I follow
nerves.
you, so I've seen the journey, and
Oh yeah.
yeah. Wow.
She's my girl. That's my girl right there.
And so for you to be in your situation and for her to be in hers, so your kids took care of you?
No, so they moved to the reason why I'm out here today. They moved to Victorville because her mother and father, my wife's mother and father, lived out in Victorville. I went to rehab and then Newport Beach. So I stayed in Newport Beach for about 6 months, something like that. and then I moved in with them and at Victorville, and then from there we stayed with them for a good minute. We bought a house out here in Victorville.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Whew. Yeah, that's heavy, man. I'm glad all is well. I'm glad things are better.
Oh yeah, I'm 100% on. I shouldn't even say my memory because I don't want to put that out there.
Sure.
But just I'm taking herbs, God's plants, and all that stuff, and that is totally
Mm.
rearranged everything. The doctors, after I found out on there, I was like, okay, so how are you walking upstairs? I'm like, fine, I can walk upstairs. Now, do you hold on to the rep? Somehow, but I'll run up the stairs. Oh, okay. Well, can you lift that arm? Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? They were like, well, we've never seen anybody like this because this is unbelievable that you're that well from having because you almost died. So
Wow.
I'm good to go.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Okay. So now you're on TV.
Okay.
This is 90s, late 90s, yes?
Late 90s, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Late 90s. So when you say every season, does that mean you were on one of the episodes every season?
Yes. Except I'll take that back. I wasn't on the second season, but I was on 2 times on the third season. So
Okay.
so,
Okay.
so I just tell everybody every season because whatever.
Gotcha. Yeah, for sure. So how was that experience? Like you've never no, you were an actor, so you've been behind the or in front
Yeah,
of the camera,
yeah.
right?
But
So it wasn't
it wasn't
too
it
crazy.
no that part wasn't, it was crazy that we're doing poetry
Yeah.
on television. That they're like, wait a minute, this but I wasn't I've been done shows and movies and all that stuff, so I
Right.
knew how to do that. So but it was crazy doing poetry on the show, which was
To
amazing.
see poetry grow like that.
Yeah, like from where we remember from Ronnie's Backstreet Poetry days to where it went now, it was just amazing. That show should still be on. I don't know why we're not.
It came back recently for didn't it
Deaf,
come
po-
back during the pandemic or something?
Deaf Poetry? No, Deaf Poetry hasn't. I mean, there've been other poetry shows, maybe another poetry show,
Okay.
Verses and Flow, and
Right,
stuff
right,
like
right.
that. But Deaf Poetry never came
Gotcha.
back. Never came back.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So did that create any opportunities? You said TV shows and stuff after that, right?
Yeah. For me personally, it wasn't until I got back from Broadway because Deaf Poetry went to Broadway. They took the
I didn't
top.
know that.
Oh my God, yeah, Deaf Poetry. They took the top 9 poets from the show and they put us on in San Francisco. So we did a 6-week show in San Francisco, and from there we went to Broadway, and we did a year of Broadway. We won a Tony Award, and we won the whole thing won a Tony Award for what city? What city are you in?
I'm in the DMV. I'm in Maryland.
Oh yeah. We were on Broadway and won a Tony Award, 2003.
Wow.
So that after that, now you can start saying that's where the money comes in. People calling us for shows and all that stuff. Call to be for shows. I did Starting Over. I did a whole bunch of shows um, where I either was a poet or an actor. You know what I mean? Where I was
So it enhanced your acting
yeah.
career.
Oh, it definitely enhanced my acting career. 100%. 100%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Have you ever wondered why not more poets got into acting or
Yeah.
yeah,
Because I'm like, dang, you acting up on stage. It seems like
all the lines of poetry and the
yeah. It baffles me. I don't understand. But they're probably like me when I wasn't thinking about doing it. I was
Mhm.
acting. I wasn't thinking about doing anything like that. And they're probably doing poetry. They're passionate in the poetry and not thinking about acting.
right. So full time, you are an actor / poet.
Right.
Wow. Wow. So you've been full time for how long in this artistry, like in just in arts?
Um, 20, 30 years.
20, 30 years.
Yeah.
Wow. What were some of your jobs?
Oh man, I had a billion little jobs. Golly, sheesh, where could I? Man, especially in the early days, what were they? So, well, I definitely remember after Broadway, House of Pain. I was played the cable guy, his son. I played his son in House of Pain.
Really?
Yeah, I was hoping he's gonna be on a little bit longer than he was, but they're like, I was a couple seasons, not a couple seasons, but a couple things. Um, National Treasure 2. Uh,
You were in that?
yeah. Well, see, the National Treasure 2, the pissed me off
Really? Really?
because they had my scene, and I got to improv. Oh, and so that was my specialty. I was like, oh, this is great, improv with Nicolas Cage. Oh my gosh! So the whole scene, I'm improv about why the wife is there, or whatever. And then I called. So the day the movie, they didn't tell me. The day the movie came out, I got a theater, and we're in the whole. I got all my people all in one row. I got all my people. Hey, man, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Okay, yo, here come my part. I'm like, wait, they cut that scene. They cut that, and I'm looking like I'm waiting for the little bit. Maybe they moved the scene, but they cut it, and that was like, oh my gosh, they
Man.
cut this scene.
And you don't know it until you watch the movie.
Don't know it till you watch the movie. Don't know it till you watch the movie. In some cases, I guess my case pissed me off. The director called me in for several other stuff after that because he was like, "You were so good. You should have. Why? I was so good. Why'd you cut me?" But I was also in Blades of Glory. You know, remember Blades of Glory? The
Yeah.
two male guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was in that one when they come up to the interview there. What do you think about this? What do you think about it? And they interview a hot dog guy, and I put two hot dogs. I go, "Does this look right to you?" That's the funniest line. Oh man. So like I mean, I was in countless little stuff where I would say one or two lines in there. So,
I got you.
yeah.
What were your I guess your biggest poetry moments, the opportunities that came with poetry outside of the poetry lounge and Def Poetry?
Um, Starting Over is a show. There's a show called Starting Over, and I taught poetry to a person on the thing. Taught poetry on that. But I think the biggest was what I won an Emmy Award for is Black and White. Black White was a show by Ice Cube where the
Mhm.
black family turned white and the white family turned black. So
Gotcha.
I taught poetry. Me and my wife taught poetry to the white family that was black.
Really?
So we're on that every episode, not every other
Right.
episode. So yeah. So and
Wow.
then that show won an Emmy Award. So
So you got a Tony and an Emmy.
yeah, I tell people I got a at. I'm It's coming for the
You said
Grammys now.
you got an ET.
Yeah, I got an ET. It's coming. It's coming.
Trying to get you an EGOT out here.
Yeah. All it needs is a Grammy and
Hey.
I know. I've been
That Grammy is open for you
yeah.
now.
It's definitely open. I'm working on the album now.
That's that's fire. I right before we click record for this episode, just getting folks excited. I just posted your Monsters video, letting folks know that I'm about to be talking to you. Now, I understand the comedic and serious element to
right.
your. That was good, bro.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. That's definitely some serious with me in the eating problem and the such food always coming in my mind,
Yeah.
and I also understand the humor part of it. I definitely understand.
Yeah. And though how it could also help other people because like you said, everybody has monsters but in different areas of their life.
Yeah, not only food, they have it everywhere else. Monsters are everywhere.
Whether it's
we gotta
addiction, whatever.
Yep, you gotta fight the monster. Somebody, if you're a human breathing, something you gotta fight every day.
That's really good for kids too.
Yeah. My book that I'm promoting right now too is this book that I Am Marvelous.
Nice.
This is really good for kids as well as adults because it's the power of words. When you affirmations, like I did right before I got the thing, you do your affirmations. They're just like, I am beautiful, I am strong, I am healthy, all that stuff. You do that every day, man. It can't help but to increase your confidence, increase everything about you. So this book is a poem that I wrote called I Am Marvelous, and also has a story into it. It's really for kids and for adults.
Where can we find it?
Amazon. You
Gotcha.
can go to Amazon, just type in Poetri and I Am Marvelous, or just buy Poetri.
Is that your first book?
First book that I wrote by myself.
Gotcha.
I've been published in a plethora of books.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I got to get that. Get that.
Yeah, definitely get I Am Marvelous. It's a good book.
What made you write that, bro?
Thinking about just because when I write, I just write, and then it comes to me like, oh, but it's so funny because the reason why I write poetry comes always after I wrote the poem. I don't understand because I just have the urge to write. Oh, I want to write, and whatever comes out, and then
right.
Oh, this is whoa, this is great. This is about. It's so funny that I work like that.
Right.
But yeah, just because this world we have so many negative things. It's just a barrage of negativity coming everywhere from all angles. You just can't take it. So if you just say you're marvelous, and it'll change. Instead of going this way, you're definitely going that way. You know what I'm saying? Because it just adds so much depth to your life.
Right. What's on your plate, man? What you working on?
So now we're doing Spoken Funk still. Spoken Funk that we started 12 years ago.
In LA?
In Victorville.
Okay.
And Victorville has no culture. They don't. We did one of our first shows out here, and a girl came up to me and goes, "Wow, I didn't even know Black people did poetry." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
You too?
See, their definition, I won't say there, but some people's definition of poetry is completely different.
Yeah. It's unbelievable that they're and the things that they do for shows out here are so bad. It's just the comedy show. The comedy thing just opened up, and it's like, oh my gosh, because they didn't have comedy when I first got it 3 years ago. They didn't have a comedy spot. They don't have a poetry spot now. You know what I'm saying? It's that Spoken Funk. So it's so that's the reason I think Yahuwah has brought me out here to. Because other than that, I don't know why I'm out in Victorville. I mean, I had a stroke. We should move back.
Right.
But I think he's out here doing teaching us to spread the culture, spread the love. So we've been doing it for 2 years now, and Spoken Funk, 2 comedians and 2 poets, a thing that they don't have out here.
Right.
And it's going pretty good.
You're the host?
Yep, I'm the host of it. And
do you incorporate your comedic poetry?
I don't really read as much because it's something about me and reading, performing as a host and performing as a poet. I think they're 2 different things, and it goes back to my acting, I guess. But I don't know why I do when my wife kills me. You gotta, so then I go on and read a poem. But I really don't like really doing poetry and hosting. It's just that they don't go together. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, it's the same with my boy Jamel. He's a DJ for the show, and he's also a comedian. Like,
y'all still together?
Oh yeah. Jamel's up. Yeah, it's still together. So it's like, Jamel, you should do your poetry or do your comedy and DJ. And he's like, You know what I'm saying? When he's, I guess when he's doing DJ mood, he's DJing. And when he's doing comedies, you know. So,
Wow, man.
so it's just,
That's amazing how you all are like still tight.
oh yeah, yeah. And Shion is my boys. We still. I just talked to him the other day. We're still like this, and Jamel's like this. Matter of fact, we're supposed to go out October 14th, something like that, just to go out and hang out and all that good stuff. We're still good people.
That's dope, man. That's good stuff, man. Poetry, bro. I really appreciate this opportunity to dig in your past and share with our audience the history behind poetry as with the eye.
With the eye.
Yeah. And now I promise you they're going to be hopping on YouTube and looking up your poetry, bro. I promise you.
Yo, hop on YouTube, look at my poetry, and hop at Amazon and look at my book.
Don't just look at it, go get it.
Oh yeah. Don't just look at it, don't get it. And I'm saying this because it really will help. I'm really saying it. But yeah, definitely go to YouTube and check me out. Check me out.
I love it. I love it. Hey, listen, man, I appreciate you. If you could leave anything with the people just to inspire them, what would it be, bro?
Poetry is like it hasn't changed. There are people that have this true art and they're performing, and there's some people that are just doing it just to be for the spell. And when you get up there and read with your heart and lead with your heart while you're reading, that reaches more and it leaves longer effect on people's mind than you're going up there. And I said, and you're dancing all around. You said it was, doing all that stuff. People can see that. People see that right there, right when you first. It doesn't take long enough for somebody. Oh, he's just doing this. He's not really a real poet. You know what I mean? He's just doing it. So be honest with yourself. Be honest when you write your poetry. Be honest when you perform it. If you perform it, just be honest and lead with your heart, and just go out and do your thing. And I tell you, to go further. Trust me.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it from the man himself, Poetri Smith, man. Y'all go get his book. I Am Marvelous. The title alone should tell you that you need to go get that book, because I know the power of affirmations, right? And I'm sure you do too. But listen, it's the Poet Life podcast. I am Christoph Jenkins. If you need more information about the Poet Life, go to thepoetlife.com. If you're looking to learn how to create poetry, but also create a career out of it, connect with us. We have a full out university. We're teaching poets all around the world how to create a career with their poetry, because it's possible, y'all. It's possible. It's possible. And most definitely. And so, Poetri, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, man. Peace, man.
Talk to you, my guy. Stay on for a minute, man.